kind of decided for this CD that we wanted to write. We wanted to have a storyline. How's it going?
That's my mom, everyone.
Don't tell me to be quiet. You first.
We're keeping that. That's great.
All it is Outliers. Started out last year. I was dropping off some tickets to Spencer from Dead Eyes Always Dreaming. Dropping his tickets off for our CD release show for our last CD that we dropped. Talking about how we were in the wanting to write a new album now that we were looking for somebody else to go through.
When I had first met the Outliers, I had met Eric when I was working at Chronocade through Spencer's store in Richland. I was working there when we were recording their CD, Defilement, at the time, and he had talked to me about how they were writing for a new album. They wanted a modern sound, they wanted something tight and precise, and I was very excited for the offer. And then a few months went by, Defilement was finished, and then I got a message from Zach saying that they were interested in the project. We had made a Skype meeting, we talked all about it, and it was smooth sailing since then.
Before Corey and I started working on the Outliers album, we did Dead Eyes Always Dreaming's debut album, which is another band from Michigan. That album was a great success. The band was very happy about it, and it was very well received. I believe that album was what got the Outliers' attention, so they contacted Corey about hiring him to do their new album. And they said that they wanted the same team who did Dead Eyes Always Dreaming's album, so Corey and I were on board.
Thought processes that we had writing our Millennials album versus what we used to have coming from the Uprising album. Uprising was all about making a statement for the band The Outliers, and we wanted to get a lot of fans on board with the new project that we were going into and everything.
As cool as that sounds,
It is cool, but
yeah.
it's right off. I'm just thinking that.
Yeah, don't say nothing. We know.
Oh, exactly. Tie your shoes like I.
The writing process, I guess, the way it starts is I'm constantly writing guitar riffs and stuff and writing music all the time.
Eric and Zach will come to us and be like, "Hey, we got an idea for a song." And I'll be like, "Cool, dude. It's probably gonna be a good song." And they process the song to me, and then we write along with it.
I follow Eric and Zach pretty much, and just kind of try to throw on some spice here and there, what I think is gonna really add some character to the song. At least from my musical background, I know I sometimes have a little bit different ideas than what the guys have, but I like that. I like that they challenge me and make me think differently about things.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
But it sounds faster.
But because the second part you go.
Yeah, but really that should have nothing with the speed we play it. It's Brandon going half speed that gives that effect.
That is very true. Okay, yeah, I guess you're right.
Although I still feel it should go a couple numbers down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
because I want to be able to emphasize those open notes on the A string for sure.
I have
so
three. I had
41.
We actually wrote a lot of the album recording. Like, a lot of stuff does sound different than when we wrote as a band, but that's what makes us better. is Corey's got an idea just like we do with metal. He knows how shit should sound. Good ideas in there, you know what I mean? And it just, we all worked really well together on this.
Hey, you should scream really quick.
As far as lyric goes, Eric and I generally write all the song lyrics. Most of the time Eric will look at me and ask me if I have anything that I could put to it. And if I don't, I hand it to him, and sometimes we even work together on it as far as songs go, and every time they come out meaner and heavier every goddamn time. There's just no end to how much better our songs are getting.
Turn into fucking pieces. Your journey will not end here. You gotta fight the darkness.
Don't tell me what to do.
I didn't even realize you were recording. I was just talking shit.
Millennials is one of the albums I've worked on that oozes emotion and stories through the distorted guitars and the hard-hitting drums.
For the Outliers, they have a very sprawling melodic side to them, along with, you know, all of the heavy breakdowns. There's a lot of empathy, there's a lot of emotion between what they do, and we were able to capture it.
From the music alone, every song seemed to have its own identity, and all the songs sound very different from each other, yet they all sound cohesive as an album.
Every lyric, every riff, every beat has a story behind it. There's something that pushes each part forward.
Sounds good, Jared.
Yeah.
I've been in a few different recording studios over the years in my music career, and Corey by far is the best. The recording process went smooth. A lot of his ideas, he came in as we're writing stuff, he just had ideas that made the songs sound more alive, and they sounded more full, more professional.
He has the metal background, he knows exactly the kind of style you want because he listens to a lot of those different subgenres that are popular these days.
The environment here is very friendly. The studio is very relaxed. Corey and James are both incredible producers, sound engineers, and they click with the metal genres. They're into the current music that's here. So when you have an idea that you're trying to portray, it doesn't take very long for Corey and James to take your idea, bring it to life.
We fight to stay alive.
Okay, we can do this as a backup later, but I want to do like some dissonant screams, like in the background of like while you're talking.
That's a terrible idea.
I know.
The way I do everything is I'll take one song and I'll spend an entire day on it. And that's just because I want the song to have the life that I know it can have, from every single chugging riff to every melody.
What I really appreciate of the Outliers is that they didn't ask me to give them a specific sound. They didn't try to copy another band's sound, and that gave me a lot of freedom to come up with their own unique sound. That is exactly what a lot of modern metal bands lack, because they always try to copy another band's sound. And I really get the opportunities to give bands their own sound for that same reason.
Tell me, does that not sound like a monomarth?
We actually wanted a storyline behind this album because our last album was just a lot of here and there, and I was like, we want to have a meaning behind this CD because we felt like this would be a good album to release some meaning behind.
It's based towards new they'll be mad at me, but shitty kids, I would say. Because, I mean, I'm not going to say all millennials are shit. So there's a lot of good people out there, but we've come into a society where people think everything is handed to them.
We are doing this album to hopefully open the eyes of everyone that we get to perform for, so they can see that not everybody from this generation is the entitled, not everybody feels like they can just take shortcuts and skip steps. There are people still out there looking to work hard and achieve goals in life other than partying and pretty much moseying around the house, not doing anything.
I get exactly what they're coming up with millennials, is because I've worked really hard since I was very young in our greenhouses on the farm. So I guess I kind of feel like I'm one of the last of my generation that's a hard worker and wants to do something with their life.
As a millennial, if you need a safe place for your feelings, you need to just reconsider being an adult, I guess, and go back to the beginning and start over. Because you suck.
These aren't dad pants.
Those are pants that my dad
Alright, we're flipping
has.
this around.
They are your dad pants.
I'm your dad,
They are
Jared.
They don't have any sort of wash to them. They're like, fuck you, man. Just came out of the dye.
Come on, man. I don't got pants. These are literally probably the only pair of pants that I own that fit me.
Where'd you get them?
Walmart.
Walmart.
I'm more happy with the band right now than I was ever.
I think the future for the Outliers is very bright. Even if, say, down the road they got to the point to where they didn't need to go through co-op productions anymore, they're already going to have the mindset and the sound that is going to project them through any studio, because they're going to go in there and say, this is what we've worked with before, this was our sound sonically, and if you can't make us sound better than this, then we're going to go through someone else. And they're going to leave co-op productions knowing exactly what the Outliers should sound like.
I would like to thank and give credits to my mix assistant, Jared Dykstra from Blue Light Recordings, who did a great job on organizing and prepping the stamps the way I wanted them. His professional help made the whole mixing and mastering process a lot more efficient and faster.
We're already working on our next album, and we're more excited than ever to drop this album, Millennials, through Quad Productions and James E Productions.
Next generation of the Outliers is a lot more intuitive. Working with Quad Productions and the suggestions he had has given us new ideas to write these new incredible songs.
I am sick of this album already, and I just want to fucking work on the next one. But we gotta tour on this album first. So.
Even though it sounds like it's in a different direction, it's just an evolution of where we have come from. Every CD that we have put out has been consistently increasing in quality, and the music is going to blow your mind.
The future of the Outliers? Well, there's not going to be an end. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now. It's going to keep getting better and better and heavier and heavier.
Future, I would say, is we are going to tour, and when we tour, we're not going to stop touring.
So get used to seeing us, because we're going to be everywhere. The future, all it is Outliers.
Absolutely.
The wakey wait.